So when you say operable surface, that's concrete. That's
Yes.
asking our students.
Yes, it will be finished with a track surface, but that track surface will not be on by September 1st.
You have to remember when you build a track, it's asphalt.
Until the temperature is above 70 degrees.
That will happen.
Are we going to be pushing again until spring?
Yes, that will happen.
So the surface will not be prepared until spring.
Yeah, the whole goal now is to really get it on the road and for everybody to be able to use the facility and then fix the fencing and all that stuff later on.
For everybody who
Right
uses the
now,
facility,
there's no concrete up there to track the water issues, the curb issues, the fencing issues. That all needs fixed.
right. But when you say for everybody to use the facility, that's everybody, but being able to compete from that point of view. The track is used 10 months out of the year by our cross-country and indoor and outdoor tracks. 10 months out of the year, minus July and part of August. Even in the wintertime, as long as it's about 25 degrees, students are out on the track practicing. So are we going to go a whole other year without a finished track surface?
I can't predict what happens. I can only tell you this special meeting is to affirm that what has been done has been terminated and that we're getting it to a point where we can have occupancy on the project. Right now, we cannot have taxpayers on the stands for anything that is on that field. That's the bigger issue. But the whole goal is to get it done.
I understand what the goal is, but I understand also the temperature requirement. That's also sounds like it's going to probably get pushed back until after football season. After football season, the temperature falls. You're not in that above 70 degrees for
Sure.
big days. So we're looking at March or April when the season is over. So we're looking at 3 years now where the students in the track sleep.
Yeah, we would hope that we would get done in the late fall, but I can't predict the weather or anything like that, and I'm not a construction person, so I'm just telling you, we're here this evening to start the process so we can have a facility that's able to be occupied and used.
Eric Janowski.
Eric Jankowski, 773 Robin Drive, Newark, Scott. Being is that it seems like this is all happening pretty fast in terms of now you guys are talking about field closures that we were not previously made aware of. Are there any plans to assist with help with the boosters and the other teams that are preparing for their seasons? So for example, I'm co-president of our soccer boosters. Last year, we knew about this going in. We budgeted money to help cover field time. We had to get some sponsorships, things of that nature, so that we could adequately prepare our team on turf surface, because that's what we play on, that's what all the other soccer teams prepare on, so that we could prepare for the season coming up. And I know from your perspective, it's easy to just say, well, go practice on the grass fields. But if they're not lined, if they're not maintained, if they're not set up the same way as a regular soccer field, then our teams are at a disadvantage. Are there any, if we're not going to have access to a field, we have tryouts coming up, we have acclimation, and I'm sure I'm also speaking on behalf of the football team, I don't mean to speak for them, but I know they're in a similar situation as well. Is the plan going to be that it's the same as last year, well, just work it out and we'll give you a piece of grass somewhere else? Or because we're hearing about all of this in the 11th hour, that other arrangements can be made to assist with these teams that are preparing so that we're not going through the exact same thing we went through again last year? I don't know if that's something you guys are planning on discussing at this point. Or
I know there's a plan B, and there has been a plan B, through the athletic department with all the district, sponsored sports. And that would not be executed until the board approves this evening. And then, all of them, including soccer, would know that they would actually, follow the plan B. So I know the athletic director, has discussed that, with those people. Whether it filtered back to you, I'm sorry, but, yeah.
And like I said, I think it's an issue of, obviously we want the field to be safe. From everything, it seems like the field itself is safe. It's more of the venue from, like you said before, with the folks and like the stands and things like that. But the field itself that our band and athletes have been training on all summer is safe. Is that correct?
I can't talk about safety, that's illegal.
Our daughter was there all day today. Was she safe? I mean,
Because that was my next concern as a parent, as I'm hearing everyone talk about things that need to happen to the stadium, is the turf that they have been on and people have been using safe.
Yeah, the field is safe to be on, but when you talk about going in the areas that are under construction, or if we start construction of removing the curb and removing the fence and removing part of the track, then the safety of those that are on the field is at risk, therefore the stadium project will be shut down until September 1st for that year.
Well, then the last thing that I would just say is that I would hope that the board, if there's a special committee or somebody from the board that can work with the athletic department to assist the boosters, and it's not just, like I said, not just soccer, it's everyone. We have an alumni game scheduled that's a fundraiser for us. It was a chance for us to bring our alumni back to see the new stadium, play a soccer game, have some fun, and then now it's looking like that's not going to happen because it's next week. What's our plan to assist with that? I know football has a pep rally coming up. Yeah, again, it's easy to say we're just going to move it to somewhere else, but again, we've spent a lot of time planning, getting all these things in motion, and now, again, at the last minute, the work's kind of getting pulled off from us. So I think that if, as a sign of good faith, that there was somebody from the board willing to work with either the athletic department or these groups to assist with getting some of these things covered, since, like I said, this is a very last minute thing. August is a couple days away here, and this is not what any of us were planning on. So I think if the board could do that, that would definitely be a sign of good faith that you're trying to work with the groups through this inconvenience.
Yeah, thank you.
There are no more registered speakers.
Okay, thank you. So now, we'll move on to action discussion. Motion to approve a resolution of the Board of School Directors of the Chartiers Valley School District declaring an emergency under section 715A2 of the Pennsylvania School Code at the stadium construction project for the purposes of completion. The resolution will now be read aloud and included in the board minutes. A resolution of the Board of School Directors of the Chartiers Valley School District declaring an emergency under School Code 7-751A2 at the stadium construction project for the purposes of completion. Whereas the Chartiers Valley School District Board of Directors, also known as the board, hereby directs the declaration of emergency at the Chartiers Valley School District Stadium, and whereas an emergency declaration is justified because the stadium has become unusable, and whereas the stadium construction project is at a current state such that no athletic or physical education Valley School District students impacting others' physical education classes, football, soccer, track, cross-country, majorettes, dance team, band, cheerleaders. And whereas despite planning and retaining professionals to construct the project, certain portions of the athletic field differ from original plans and not present as a physical hazard to students and are not ADA compliant. And whereas there is an immediate need for a well-orchestrated, highly focused, and complete executed work plan and team in order to complete the work contract prior to the new school year. And whereas the remaining work has been separated into 3 categories: fencing, concrete, and asphalt. And whereas the Chartiers Valley School District has obtained bids for completion of the work in a timely and efficient manner with the goal of bringing most of the project into completion prior to the start of the 2024-2025 school year at a minimum before September 13th, 2024, which is the first varsity home football game. And whereas the board now declares an emergency of the stadium project under School Code Section 7-715A2, be it now resolved as follows. Number one, the Chartiers Valley School District Board of Directors hereby declares an emergency of the stadium construction project in accordance with the School Code 7-715A2. The current state of the stadium construction project is such that no athletic or physical education classes may be performed at the Chartiers Valley School District Stadium. Numerous athletic teams and extracurricular activities are impacted by the incomplete, unusable, and unsafe condition of the stadium, including but not limited to football, soccer, track, cross-country, majorettes, dance team, and cheerleaders. By declaring an emergency in accordance with School Code Section 7-715A2, the Chartiers Valley School District may proceed with construction and completion of the project by soliciting 3 competitive bids for repairs or replacement from the 3 responsible bidders. Upon approval of any of the bids by the Board of Directors, the Chartiers Valley School District may make the necessary repairs or replacements in accordance with the terms of said approved bid. And the last, number 6, by moving forward under School Code Section 7-715A2, it is believed that the majority of the stadium project will be completed by the start date of the 2024-2025 school year or soon thereafter, resolving the current barriers of accessibility, usability, and hazards at the stadium. Number 7, the Chartiers Valley shall immediately notify the Secretary of Education that an emergency has occurred and a bid selected under the emergency process outlined in Section 7-715A2. Number 8, nothing herein shall be construed to prevent or otherwise limit the Board of School Directors from taking further action if necessary consistent with the school code and other relevant law. Be it resolved this 29th day of July, 2024. So, may I have a motion? Second made by Ms. Heen, second by Mr. Hollinger. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. Motion to award contract to Hilltop Paving at a cost of $108,260 as the lowest cost responsible bidder for asphalt at the stadium project. May I have a motion? Second made by Mr. Hollinger, second by Mr. Jura. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. Motion to award contract to Americo Construction Company at a cost of $27,800 as the lowest possible responsible bidder for fencing at the stadium project. Motion made by Mr. Hollinger, second by Ms. Heen. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. Motion to award the contract to DRS Electrical Services at a cost of $4,660 as the lowest responsible bidder for electrical work at the stadium project.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger, may I have a second? Second by Ms. Heen. Any discussion on this item? Yes, as far as I understand, this is for electrical work at the stadium. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. Motion to award contract to American Construction Company at a cost of $145,000 as the lowest responsible bidder for concrete work at the stadium project.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Oliver, may I have a second? Second by Ms. Heen. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. public comments on non-agenda items, Mr. Olinger.
If any resident of the Chartiers Valley School District or taxpayer has any comments on non-agenda items, please sign in, name and address, and when you approach, when your name's called, when you approach the board, please state your name and address, in 3 minutes. Angela, anybody sign up?
There is no one registered.
Okay, I'd like to announce that the next board meeting is August 13th. And may I have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. President, real quick,
Yes.
just for the public's information. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not create this mess. This board you see up on this stage, we are doing everything in our power to rectify the situation and make it right for us and all of our constituents out there. We're fixing this mess.
Motion made by Mr. Olinger, second by Ms. Key. All in favor?